Rock08 back once again with our video. This time around I am doing WWF Survivor Series, which is a pretty average show here. You only have two traditional Survivor Series matches. The main event, Steve Austin versus Triple H, and you also have Kurt Angle versus The Undertaker. You have The Rock versus Rikishi in the middle of the card again, and so let's go. We have the Holly Cousins and Steve Blackman defeating Test Albert and Trish Stratus. When I mean Holly Cousins, I mean Crash and Molly Holly. This was a pretty bland match of 3. We have the Radicals, and they defeat the New Age Outlaws, or the former New Age Outlaws, China and K-Quick, in a good traditional Survivor Series match, 4-on-4. So you had, the Radicals, they go in there and they beat one of the best factions of all time with K-Quick. Now this was a different DX. DX 2000's kind of dead, but they're DX unofficially with K-Quick. Let's get rowdy. Yo, let's get rowdy. This was solid. 6 out of 10. Kane defeats Chris Jericho in a filler feud, in a filler match. Kane, The Big Show, Chris Jericho, Benoit, and a few other guys were just caught in this filler feud stuff. Like dead serious. Like they didn't really know what to do, so they're like, okay, here. You're just going to be in this filler feud until something big happens. That was with Chris Jericho, Kane, The Big Show, and Benoit, and a couple other guys. Much like how Randy Orton, Sheamus are today. And back in 2011, 2012, that was the case. Same with Christian and Del Rio and a lot of guys. Just, filler, big feud, filler, whatever. Filler rivalry. I mean, this rivalry started by Chris Jericho spilling hot coffee on Kane. So that's silly. 5. Kane defeats Chris Jericho in a filler match. William Regal defeats Hardcore Holly in a completely forgotten match. A 1. The Rock defeats Rikishi. I just don't understand with this match. I mean, it's a good match. I give it a 6. However, you have Rikishi, the guy who ran down Stone Cold Steve Austin, and once again, he is in the middle of the card, and he loses to The Rock. Why would you have his ass get kicked by Steve Austin and then get his ass kicked again by The Rock? This is the guy, this big fat ass, who ran down Steve Austin. You're trying to make him the biggest heel you could possibly have, and he loses in the middle of the show twice. Back-to-back shows. It's fucking ludicrous. It's fucking sickening. It's fucking stupid. It's... Like I said in my No Mercy review, Rikishi running down Steve Austin is a top 5 most disappointing storylines of all time. And this is one of the big reasons why. Having Rikishi back-to-back pay-per-views in the middle of the show, losing to Steve Austin and The Rock, is just stupid. A 6. Next up, Ivory defeats Lita to retain the women's title in 2. Next up, Kurt Angle defeats Undertaker to retain the WWF Championship belt in a completely forgotten world title match. Nothing special about this match. A 6. Next up, in another traditional Survivor Series match, we have the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys. They defeat the RTC of Bull Buchanan and the Good Father, and Edge and Christian in a whatever kind of Survivor Series match. 5 out of 10. And then in the main event, we have Steve Austin and Triple H going to a no contest. This is just a gigantic brawl We find out it was Triple H who masterminded the whole plan. He was the one that paid Rikishi off to do it. And I guess I know why they did it, because Rikishi, it was just not working with Rikishi being the guy who did it. So they kind of had, well, we already made Rikishi do it, but we gotta fix this. We can't already say Rikishi didn't do it because he already did it. It's already proven that he did it. So what are we gonna do? Okay, well, let's just have Triple H, who's been teasing a babyface run. Let's just turn him back to full heel, and let's just have him be the mastermind behind it. Whatever. They basically just put a Band-Aid over an open wound, but that wound is still there. You know, this match was just a brawl. I don't know how I could put this. We're on basically the tail end of the Attitude Era here. And there's still a whole lot of Attitude Era moments and a whole lot of Attitude elements here. So, I've said this before in many, many other matches, but I think this is it. This is the most Attitude-airy match. This is the most Attitude-eerie match ever. Whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. That just, in my best way I can put that is, it's brawling, fighting, interferences, and then somebody dies. That's the most Attitude-airy fucking match I can describe. Because Steve Austin and Triple H is just brawl, fight. Weapons, shots, fighting in the crowd, fight backstage. Here comes the Radicals. Beat Steve Austin's ass. He escapes. Big thing happens. Triple H is just waiting in the car with Steve Austin. Waits for him. And then all of a sudden, Steve Austin pulls up in a big motherfucking crane that lifts Triple H in the car, who clearly is not in the fucking car, because there's a camera angle that shows he's not in the fucking car. So, the crane lowers, gets Triple H, who's in the car, who's not really in the car, but we have to pretend he's in the car. He lifts up the car. He's about 75 feet in the air, and it gets dumped, and it's upside down, and Triple H in the car splats and hits the ground. Triple H dies, and Steve Austin gets away with murder. What happens? Triple H just shows up the next fucking night on Raw. That is as Attitude as you're gonna. And that's one of the fucking things I hate about the Attitude Era so fucking much. Because they would do shit like that. They would have Steve Austin or whatever. They would do shit like that. And they would have no idea how to capitalize and how to explain it. How does Triple H survive that? No, we don't know how he's gonna survive. We're just gonna have him fucking show up the next night. That's fucking stupid! As great as the Attitude Era is, and as great as people want to believe it is, for an era that was supposed to take us and stop slapping us in the face with their stupidity, for like what they did, take our intelligence and be insulted, have our intelligence be insulted with the new generation, with the Hogan era. They do it, multiply with the Attitude Era. I mean, come on. Triple H is dead. And the next night on Raw, he rises from the grave and he comes back alive. How? We don't know how. But fuck it. We need a big match for Armageddon. Overall, this brawl is a fine 6 out of 10, but it's just a typical Attitude Era brawl. I could have fucking gave this a 2 out of 10. I could have gave it a dud, honestly, because I know a lot of people don't like this. But I'm going to be fair with it. So, overall, Survivor Series is a pretty mediocre show, honestly. For a year that was a huge step up from 1999, for a year that was really great without Russo, you know, to be perfectly honest, though, 2000, sure, you had Backlash and Royal Rumble and Judgment Day and Fully Loaded, all great shows, especially Backlash. Then you have 3 of your 4 big show pay-per-views, and they're all mediocre. WrestleMania, mediocre to bad. SummerSlam, pretty poor. Survivor Series, a 4.5. Mediocre. King of the Ring, another bad show. So you had like 4 shows, all poor shows. You know? So, I don't know. Overall, Survivor Series is a 4.5, and I catch you next time with Armageddon, November to Remember, and Massacre on 34th Street, and I'm finished with 2000. Goodbye.